Hello everyone, welcome to Emily's Bookshelf. Welcome to my TBR for May. This is going to be for the Whodunnit Readathon, and I'm going to play by Whodunnit Readathon rules this month because I still need to make a goals update video, but basically reading has been slow. I'm not hating it, I'm enjoying life as it comes, but that does mean I'm not reading 9 books in a month, which is very different for me. I'm on track to, I think, hit like 130 books over the course of the full year, as opposed to like my regular 250. So we're about half, which is absolutely perfectly fine. But that means I'm going to be playing with the rules that we have for Whodunnit Readathon, which I will link my video for you in the cards and in my description box, so you can check out what those rules are. I'll explain it more as we go through, but let's get into how it's been. I haven't cleared the whole selection that I have because, like I said, I'm not reading 9 books a month, but I will still be pulling some cards. I think I'm going to pull 3 characters, 3 weapons, and 3 rooms, and then make them all fit to 3 books if I can. So first off, let's say I'm playing as Miss Scarlet. I want to have the easiest way possible of just reading 3 books and having a nice chill month before I get into my summer read along. That should be fun and interesting, but also a heavier book. So I'm going to try to take it easy for the month of May. In regards to reading plans, I am doing a couple readathons and buzzwordathon, and well, not a couple readathons. I think I'm just doing the Whodunnit Readathon, which I'm a host of, but a couple challenges like normal. But this month is a chill month, and it's good. I already have the 2 of 3 books I want to read picked out, and we'll see what else I can pull in. So the first 3 characters and the first 3 weapons and the first 3 rooms will be our thing. Let's start with the first one. So we have the lead pipe, the conservatory, the kitchen, Mr. Green, the ballroom. So no more rooms. Not excessive. Not what we're looking for. Not what that one is. Oh, Mrs. Peacock. Just got to keep going through these. Professor Plum. Now we need 2 weapons, the dagger and the revolver. All right, we're gonna figure out what books I can put together with these, and I'll let you know what I'm picking. So that took a bit longer than I expected. I had struggles with these particular ones I pulled, but I figured out, I think. So the first book I will be reading is The Friendship Poems of Remy. This is the 3rd book I have bought. I really enjoyed Remy's poems before. This is ancient literature, ancient poetry, and honestly, I'm slacking on a lot of things, but I'm okay with it. I just want to prioritize reading this because this is something I have been wanting to pick up, and I just haven't put into a prompt yet. The prompts it will fill is Miss Peacock or Mrs. Peacock. It is a blue cover. It will also fulfill the dagger, as it is a very short book, and the conservatory, because the conservatory's rug looks a lot like the cover. So that's as far as I can get it. I guess this also has flowers on it, but yeah, we're going with this for these 3 prompts, and then I'll be able to have a quick and easy read off of my checklist. For the next book, I think it's going to be an audiobook. I can't remember. It's from the library. It's called With One Shot by Dorothy Markick. This is a true crime about like little country town where someone gets shot, the husband gets shot, the widow's convicted, and like 60 years later or something, she's trying to figure it out. The author is writing her own experience with this whole thing. So I think there's a lot of key events. This is the room that struggled for me. I couldn't put it anywhere, so I think this is a book about a lot of key events. The author also talks about, at least in the summary, about how she was in plays, how she's a professor. So she seems to be going to a lot of key things and being pretty public. Also, like I said, professor. So we're going to do Professor Plum for this prompt, and the revolver because it's called With One Shot. So makes it seem a little easier. It has a very low rating on Storygraph. It's like 2.6. So I don't know if I'm actually going to finish it, but I'm going to try, because this is for the prompt of the Golden Girls Reading Challenge, which is to read a book with a Bee or a Dorothy as the main character or as the author. I do have a book at daycare that is like called Little Bee. It's the exact same spelling. So I might cheat and use that one if I can't finish this one. We'll see. But anyways, that's going to be my hopeful accomplishment. The last book I'm reading for the Whodunnit Readathon is And Then There Were None. This will be my book for the Read Christie 2023 because this is written in 1939, so it counts for the 30s. And I am really wanting to read this. This is my favorite cover of all of my Agatha Christie's. I've showed it many times. Love it. So the book prompts it will cover will be Mr. Green. Now, Mr. Green, you might not know this if you don't like look into the background of Mr. Green, but he has in the past been called Reverend Green. He used the connections that he went to like religious school to kind of con people. But he did used to be a reverend, at least in some form. So I feel like that's pretty important to this book where it's like morality and, you know, you might not have actually shot someone, but are you still responsible for their death? It's a whole thought in this book. So I'm going to count that. The next one will be the lead pipe because they are surrounded by water. They're on an island and lead pipes carry water. That's my next process. And the last one is the kitchen because a lot of my memories with this book, I love this book, but one of my most prominent thoughts when I think about this book is the kitchen scenes and the food they're eating. And it's just so ingrained in my thought process that it has to go with the kitchen. I made an entire video talking about like how you can get fooled by reading And Then There Were None. And in it, I talk about the food aspect that I really think of all the time. And that's full of spoilers. So if you don't want spoiled, go like wait for that. But maybe read this one this time. It's really great. And fun fact about this, which is kind of why I also wanted to read it in May, is the board game of Clue or Cluedo was based on And Then There Were None. So the original version had things like poison, and I think they had an axe because of the murder weapons in this book. And it's based in a manor, and they had a lot of different characters. So the original idea of the board game Cluedo or Clue is based on And Then There Were None. I also might read the play of this that Agatha Christie wrote because I haven't actually read it. I've watched it, I think, as watched the 1940s or something movie of it, but I haven't actually read the play, so maybe I'll do both. But this will be for sure an easy check mark. I can't wait to reread it. I always love to reread this one. The last priority, actually I have 2 priority reads, never mind. We'll see if I can finish this next one in the month of April. I highly doubt it, but I will be reading for my book club, The Silent Corner by Dean Koontz, or Koontz. I've never read a Dean Koontz, but we are reading this one. It sounded really interesting. It was like a scientific thriller. Basically, one of our book club members said that she read the whole thing and we should all read it too. This one follows a woman who's trying to investigate the suicide of her very smart, very high up scientific, I think, husband, who suddenly just has to kill himself. And she is like, that's so out of character. And suddenly all these other people start committing suicide as well. And she has no idea what is going on. So she's going to investigate because something is clearly manipulating these people into ending their lives. So it'll be interesting to read this one, see what it's like. I'm excited to read a Dean Koontz. I've never read his work, like I said. So I feel like this is one of those authors that as a mystery author or mystery reader, I should try to read at least one of his books. So that will be on my reading list, as well as the book for every, because there needs to be an every word in the title for Buzzwordathon. This is one of my options. I have another one on hold, which is Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. I don't remember who it's by. I think I have it as an audio, so we'll see if I can listen to it, if I am in the mood for it. But this is one, Every Little Thing About You, which is in a 3-pack of this book. So it's really like a third. This would be a reread for me, and I would be very, very excited to reread this one. I have been kind of rereading my way through Lori Wick this year, and it's been really fun to just do that. I also have the book Every Storm, which is by her, and that's also a very high contender for being reread this month. And those books are like literally candy. I can read through them in like 2 hours, so I'm not going to be pressuring myself to read those at all. These are all the books I need to read for the month of May, or I'm going to try to read. I have some ARCs as well, but honestly, I'm just going to prioritize physical health and enjoying my time as opposed to forcing myself to read in the month of May. Like I said, we're going to do my summer read along in June, so that's going to be a big, heavy book, which is gonna be fantastic. My announcement video will come out on the 1st for that, so keep your eyes peeled. If you have not watched last year when we were talking about Bleak House and we announced it there, but you can check it out on the 1st, what we are reading and how it will be done. I hope you join us for that too, but that will be for the months of June, July, and August. So don't worry, we are only on these ones right now, and I will have a fun time taking it easy. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. Also, if you would like to give this video a like, if you enjoyed it, that would be awesome. I will see you next time. Bye for now.
In a house that I don't know,